Hi Virgo, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your weekly reading. It's been an interesting week of energy ever since the new moon in Aquarius on the 21st of January, which really opened up a whole can of energies for us all to experience, as well as by the following day, or a few hours actually after the new moon was exact, the very final planet that was in retrograde had station to go direct. That's Uranus. And so now we have all planets moving forward, moving in a direct motion. And Pluto's been in the mix very strongly. We also now have Mercury in a very interesting aspect to Chiron, which is linked to what I like to call the trickster energy, false flags. So, Virgo, just giving you some warnings, not saying that this has anything to do with you. I just like to put that out there for people to be aware of what energies we're working with currently, which are a lot, and a lot of emotions, a lot of physical sensations, a lot is going on. So let's see what's going on for you, Virgo. The first card out is loneliness. Yeah, that's also been going around, and what people like to call FOMO, fear of missing out, or just the sensation of, I feel like I should be doing something. I feel like I should be going somewhere. I feel like I should be somewhere else than where I'm at now. But the worst form of loneliness really is when we are surrounded by others who just are not in alignment with us and our energy. And so, you know, nothing worse than being surrounded by people and feeling all alone. But know, Virgo, that you are never alone. Never. We're all connected, interconnected, and then some. A lot of times we do have to spend part of the journey alone because, and this part especially with the planetary transits, there's a lot of soul retrieval, retrieving lost parts of ourselves, suppressed parts of ourselves, repressed parts of ourselves that we've hidden from ourselves, or we've held back from being active because either there was a fear that you will not be accepted, or ostracized from family and friends, and whatever else the brain is telling you. This is a good time to get to know ourselves, true, whole selves, not the parts or the persona that we play for others, or, you know, all those parts. Second card out for Virgo, Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Maybe you're getting a lesson on judgment. I know when I was going through this part of the journey, I had really realized that I had quite an opinionated persona and placed judgment on others, and that got mirrored back to me pretty hardcore, where I constantly felt like I was being judged by others. And it wasn't until I learned about the mirroring and the cosmic mirror that I realized, oh, this is me. I mean, this is the universe trying to tell me, hey, you've got this going on within you, whether you're aware of it or not. Sometimes it's subconscious, or it's almost like second nature that we don't even think about it, right? But understanding that everybody has their own unique perspective, perception on things. They have their own unique challenges, their own unique path in life. certain lessons, specific lessons that they must learn in a specific way. And so we are not really, who are we to judge anybody on this planet for what they're experiencing, how they're responding, how they're reacting? It's part of life. And the more we can accept that and accept ourselves, even the parts that we don't want to accept, the easier life gets, the freer life gets. Speaking of acceptance, Virgo, there we have it. I am learning to accept the things that I cannot change. And at the bottom, Virgo, we have worry. I am learning that worry does not change an outcome. So it seems like, Virgo, you're worried about something. And there is a scenario in your life that I feel like you've gone through the ringer quite a few times. And it's also parts of the grief process too, acceptance. When we finally get to the point where we accept things, accept the things we cannot change. Know what you can change. That is self, always. It's going to open up a whole new world for you with many others that are in alignment to their true selves, meaning they'll be in alignment to you, and you won't feel so lonely anymore. Maybe you feel like you're going through something, Virgo, that you just can't really talk about to anybody else, and that feels really lonely. It's a chance to get to know yourself deeply. As I was shuffling, my throat chakra was doing its thing, telling me that there's something important that needs to be expressed, either through the cards or for you, Virgo, for you to express. So loneliness, we have the 6 of chalices with the guidance. So you're being guided back. You're being guided by, whether you're aware of it or not, by energies, by your higher self, by your spirit guides. Back in your memory banks, back into your past, to retrieve something that have been lost. And this could be part of your childhood, a part of you in your childhood. It's linked to your feelings of being able to connect to others, where it doesn't feel uncomfortable to be vulnerable and just be all of yourself. You left a part of yourself back in childhood, meaning that there's something that happened to you in your younger years that had you shut down and mask over or put on a stronger ego persona to protect yourself, because you, whatever happened, and this could have been like, you know, siblings or parents or whatever it was traumatizing to your child, to you as a child, and so you shut that part of you off. It doesn't get shut off completely. It lies in your energy field and may arise from time to time, usually in times we're not expecting our inner child to rise. But this is one of the things why you are in maybe a form of solitude, to go back and retrieve this part of yourself so that you can bring it back to wholeness within yourself and feel comfortable being just you, authentically, feeling comfortable enough to strip away some of the false self and be more transparent, be vulnerable enough to allow others to really see into you, see your soul, see who you really truly are. It gets deep. But it's important, otherwise you will feel alone, even if you are surrounded by others, because you're not letting them in. And if you're not letting them in, they're not letting you in. That's very lonely and detached and feeling of separateness. And we're not separate. The Lovers. I'm getting two parts to this. And take what resonates for you. You're all right? This falls under the Judgment card. Understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. The Lovers card speaks of two parts becoming one. The masculine, the feminine energies uniting and becoming whole. Now this initially starts individually. Your masculine energy and your feminine energy. Masculine energy meaning you're more logical and protector, but not to a distorted degree. You know, the part of you that has the will and the drive to do things. The feminine part of you, meaning the part that's more receptive and intuitive and compassionate. They must mesh together to become whole. Every person, every human being, everything actually on this planet is made of masculine, feminine energy combined. We separate those energies through our path through duality as we're going through life. We're taught, we're learned, a lot of us, not everybody, that we're separate, we're individual. And yes, to a degree, but that's just a minute, really, we're completely connected. So the Lovers. And again, Virgo, this initially speaks of you judging yourself, judging an aspect of yourself that you have suppressed or repressed or hidden away. And it's time to reconnect with all of those parts of yourself. This also could be linked to another person that you have connected with, that you had connected with deeply, that mirrors that missing aspect of you, as well as other things. And it's considered a very deep soul connection. Some call it twin souls, twin flames, mirroring souls. There's many different words for it, but really it's a physical representation of what is going on within you as your own soul. I might have went too deep for you, but if you had somebody in your life that you felt this deep connection to, like you felt connected to home, meaning it lit up, it activated all of the chakras, including one that's linked to a star system that most people cannot activate within you. One person has, and that person opened a lot of channels within you. But then when we are brought back to the third dimensional reality of things, usually the egos split away and then they become judgmental of the other. Then that starts a whole path of awakening. And it's a lonely path. It really is. Okay. Sounds deeply familiar to many, I'm sure. We'll get deeper. Okay. Lots of messages for you today, Virgo. Bottom of the deck, Sage of Crystals. So you are really beginning to understand something about your life path. Maybe you've done a little bit of deep diving. Overall, this message is about something you're worried about. Eight of Crystals, the Moon, Eight of Flames. Okay. So Virgo, you're currently learning to accept the unknown. There are parts that you just aren't going to completely know or understand just yet. And also learning that you cannot, the past is the past. You can't go back into the past. You can't change the past. You can only start from right here in the present and move forward. And that's what the Eight of Crystals is telling me, that it's time to continue to rebuild from this point on. That is a great perspective to have, Virgo. That's also igniting a fire within you. Igniting something great for change within your life. Because you're accepting all the things that you cannot change and realizing, well, you know what? I can be the change that I wish to be experiencing here. A depth of crystal, of chalices. And that involves riding these emotional waves. And sometimes really getting tumbled and crashed around internally in the waves of emotion. But when you finally pop back out, you're like, whoo, something's cleansed, something's realized, something's different. Okay. Learn that worry does not change the outcome. Worry is a waste of energy. And really the only thing that you're going to end up doing if you continue to perpetually worry about something is manifest more things to worry about. And I'm not laughing at you. It's like you manifest things that really aren't things to be concerned about, but they kind of confirm your worry. So it keeps recycling this fear and worry. And it just exhausts you. It does nothing. It does no good in the energetic world other than just continuously perpetuate that energy of worry. It's a waste of energy. It is part of the human condition. It doesn't have to be, but it definitely is. So, I mean, if you're stuck in a cycle of worry, don't get down on yourself about it. But just realize it. What's that doing for you? Probably nothing good. Sacral chakra. Yeah, a little more on that. Disregard. This is really just reiterating the message that I had regarding loneliness, and allow the memories to come back up. You may get more out of them. Allow yourself to revisit revisit the past, and see if maybe you're seeing it in a new perspective. Also, when you retrieve that part of yourself from your childhood that you had left, that you won't allow to be active in your energy field, even though it is anyway, it's stuck energy that's like aggravating you. And this is in the solar plexus, sacral chakra. This is where your creativity energy center lies. So all the energy that you're trying to put out to create new, and this is also what we create, our libido. This is really important energy for each and every one of us. The one main thing about the sacral, which is what I'm getting here, is that when it is out of balance, when it is not in alignment with the other chakras or with yourself, with your energy, you suddenly have this inability, you feel unable to be transparent and vulnerable, to let people into your life. You're very guarded, and this is telling me that if you follow this guidance, it's going to help you drop that guard so that you can have actual connections with others. intimate connections, and I'm not talking sexual, but that might be one of them here. Intimate meaning allowing others to see into you, and they allow you to see into them. Into me, see connections. That's what you're deeply yearning here with loneliness. I'm not getting that. I mean, you might be like physically alone, but I'm not really reading this that way. You have people around you, but you're just not, you can't connect to them. So allow whatever guidance, whatever memories, whatever energetics are happening to you right now, and it could also be happening in dreams, but that's just to kind of jumpstart us usually when we're really resistant to energies kind of working within us. Allow it to work its magic, assist you. Ooh, yeah. This is testing you. Whatever is going through, and it's been a test. I'm getting with this Lover's card because it fell, spiritual strength fell underneath Lover's card. That's definitely connected to a person, but if you could look at it deeper, because the person is truly a very deep soul connection that unbeknownst to them, or maybe they are aware of it now, we activate each other into this awakening of much more consciousness, linked to the spiritual realms. And it'll put our egos through the ringer until we get it. Basically, it's like the soul will not rest until the ego surrenders and gets it. Takes a backseat, basically. We're never going to get rid of the ego, but we can tame it. It does not have to be in charge of us or our lives. It's linked to the part of the brain that's been controlled, conditioned, socially conditioned, programmed. Ooh, wisdom. It seems like you're starting to really get this though, Virgo. Ooh, and you actually, this is beautiful. This is telling me if you're not experiencing this yet, you will be. But there are others in your soul circle, friends that you are actually close to or trust, that you've been able to celebrate love. This is like, let your friends help you. So maybe you do have some friends that are helping you. And as you're accepting the things that you cannot change, you're gaining a lot of wisdom about yourself, and about your, whatever the situation is that you may have been battling with for quite some time. I'm gonna dive one more layer into this for you, Virgo, to tie it all in together with a neat little bow. If we can. And please remember to like and subscribe if you do like the video. I would greatly appreciate that as well. All right, what else can we tell Virgo? Things are changing around you. You may feel like there's a part of you that wants to control, or you've lost control of your life, of the things that you maybe you were trying to control or keep together that weren't meant to stay together. This advice here is really saying to allow everything to fall into place right now, Virgo. Don't control it. The more you try to control it, the more Uranus is going to crack you wide open and maybe take some more hits at the situation that you're trying to control and keep together. basically, if it's not meant for you anymore, if it's meant for you, it will not be destroyed or taken away. And even when things are taken away, it doesn't mean that they're not going to come back. The Lovers again. This is also telling me you've had some deep realizations recently. And now you want to take control of the situation. Let everything fall into place, Virgo. It will make much more sense. This could also be speaking of yeah. All right, give me one more. I'm getting a second message for some of you. That you initially did have this knowing that let it go. If it's meant to come back to you, or if they're meant to come back to you, the Lovers, they will. And so you let time go by and did nothing. Now, I'm not going to say nothing, but you didn't really do the inner work, which now you are beginning to. Because you were judging the situation, you were really upset and had a cold heart. You shut your heart down and probably made some poor choices based off of the way you were feeling. Really trying to hold back the darkness, hold back all the yucky energy and shine your light. But there's some real intense realizations that just have come by you regarding this situation with the Lovers card. And this doesn't have to be a lover. This could be a child, a parent, someone that is a close soul connection. Deep, close soul connection that has an energetic tie with you like no other on the planet. Okay. So now you are taming that ego. The Strength card. Okay. All right, I'll show you. I'll show you the cards. Oh, all right, Virgo. Well, you've been in the dark for quite some time about something. I think you actually kept yourself trapped in the dark, only seeing what you thought you could see, not tapping into your intuition, not tapping into your feminine energy, your receptive, intuitive side, compassionate and all, and instead decided to judge the situation, and really your ego just took over the hurt parts within you. So hopefully you learned something about that part of you as well, which I'm kind of getting that you are under spiritual strength, how you can really become very cold and maybe nasty and shut your heart shuts down. And that's when you really start to make poor choices for yourself in your life. You've had a turnaround, though. You've decided no more of that. It's time to really let the light in. Let's tame that ego. And as you do, you're actually coming to a completion of a very heavy karmic cycle in your life. Make sure that you take the wisdom gained, integrate all of those lessons, take that with you going forward. So let's, what are we going to get here? 29 minutes. Let's just get well, I want to do one last message for you, Virgo. We'll do Moonology, since we still have that moon energy. I think the moon is in Pisces right now as I'm reading this, but which is quite emotional. What's the last message for Virgo, please? Last message for Virgo. Emotions are running high. Supermoon. We just had a supermoon on Saturday, as I'm reading this now, with a lot of energy, a lot of planetary aspects and energies, a lot. And it's very super emotional. And for someone who had shut their emotions off for a lengthy period of time, this is almost overwhelming for you, Virgo, which is probably why the loneliness, the worry, like you're starting to realize, oh my God, I wasn't feeling for all those times, and now I'm feeling pain, sorrow, sadness, loneliness, like I'm missing somebody. Don't let your pride get in the way. That's that ego. Just get out of your own way, Virgo. It's time to be transparent. It's time to just be brave and be vulnerable. Let your heart shine. Anything else for Virgo? Don't worry. Once you're authentic and true to yourself and really are compassionate and loving of yourself and not judging yourself and not judging others, you're in charge of that energy. You're carrying the ball here. A new start is coming. A fiery climax approaches. Yeah. So as the energy shifts, as you come to these deeper awarenesses within yourself and how you're carrying energy with you, how you've had repressed and suppressed parts within you that were still part of your energy field. They always will be. Now we can neutralize or transmute those energies into something more whole and in alignment with yourself and with your life. You can do this, Virgo. Be the change that you wish to see in your life. This is your message for this week. I hope that this is helpful for you, and I'm sending you out so much love. Take care. Bye.